Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Mahomes to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 88 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Me and you all day. All day.
Now Gordon on first down. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
Throwing on second and 14. Mahomes buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's Grant. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Winston. Got a man. It's Brown. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Let's see what you got.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Play fake. Winston. And he's got Miller. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Winston, the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
Let's
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch the leg. Yellow. 45 for Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Hey,
Now Mahomes, airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
First quarter with the score tied 14-14.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They will run with Grant. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Tampa Bay.
A first down throw for Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Grant. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, Winston. Rolling to his right. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. On 1st and 10, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the gun, Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
And he's into the clear. The 30. And a cut to the right and some touchdown, Tampa Bay. Corey Grant, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Bryant's extra point up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. You ain't got nothing. You ain't coming. Right there. Easy. Let's go.
Jameis now on 1st down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home. Hey, watch. Easy. 54. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Jameis again. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 10, Winston. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 40 now on second down. Mahomes gets it to Gordon.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Jared, you go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 15.
From the 29, Mahomes flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
You can't block me.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down. in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger, and this time it costs them 2 points.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go back to Grant, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. On third down, it's Grant, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Winston now to throw on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going deep, and this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Corey Grant, 93 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go, at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Switch back track. 36.
Mahomes going to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time. On first down, Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Yellow. Hey, Ripple is. Go on, Eddie.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
17.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Watch QB drop.
Finish the game. Finish the game.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Easy.
Now a give, right side. Grant. There he goes, right side. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Easy. Let's go.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Grant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
First down, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Lucky. 5-0. Let's go.
Play fake. Winston. They'll roll him out right. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Buccaneers 65, Falcons 21. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. On first down, Mahomes. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Now a desperation throw deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No,
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Buccaneers 72, Falcons 21.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Yellow, I go, little lady. I got you. I got you.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Mahomes on the keeper. Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit the hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about